Right. Okay. So some of the organization, they will maintain a separate server for all the distributors. Okay. They are going to configure distributors across multiple servers, right? So they will choose one server. That server will act as a distributor, and they are going to use the same server for all the distributors. Imagine you're configuring, okay, log shipping on, okay, 100 servers, okay, or imagine 10 servers by 100, just 10 servers. Imagine you're configuring, okay, log shipping for 10 servers, 10 are different servers. Then they will choose 11th server as a distributor. They will use that 11th server as a distributor, and they are going to, okay, use that one as a distributor, all the distributor databases. Once you use that server, any server as a distributor, there will be one system database will be created, that is called distributor system database. Okay, I'll show you how to do that, where we can see that distributor system database and all. So the answer is depends upon the organization. Some companies will go for publisher and distributor in the same server. Some companies will create a separate server for that. Okay, and what is the other question? Okay, for publisher one server, for distributor one server, how they will configure, that you can try. I'll only show you publisher and subscriber. Okay, publisher, subscriber, right? I'm going to use same server, node 1. Why? Because due to system limitations, we cannot manage 3 servers at a time, including active directory. 4 servers we cannot manage at a time. So that's why I'm using node 1 as a publisher and distributor. If you have more memory and all, configure 4th server, and there is not a great deal. Just go through it. Just what we can say, browse it once. Okay, if you have time, just browse it and check how to do that one and all. Right? Fine. So any questions, guys? Any doubts?
In replication, we have one more system database, right?
Yes, yes. I'll show you distributor
Okay.
system
Oh,
database. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Let me log into my SQL server. This is my node 2. Node 2 will act as a subscriber. This is my node 1 will act as a publisher. I'm connecting to my node 1. Just taking time. Just trying to decrease the load, guys. Nothing I'm doing. I'm just killing unwanted processes and all. Right. Okay. So connected to publisher. Let me connect to subscriber. Right. Fine. Okay, so let me go to the database. Actually, we can use any of the tables. We have publisher, sorry, we have log shipping database, and we have this mirroring database, right? If you want, you can use any of the table. Okay, any of the table. Why? Because replication is limited to the tables, right? So as you have some tables in this database, you can use any database table you can use. Okay, right, fine. So let me use the same. I'll use the mirroring table. Okay, mirroring database table, groceries. Okay, I'm going to replicate the groceries. Okay, fine. And I'm going to create a separate table. Agent is not running. So agent is mandatory for replication, guys. Is agent mandatory for replication?
Yeah, it's through agents it's running.
That is different agent, right? That is snapshot agent and
Yeah,
all.
okay. Yeah.
That's okay.
But you said we need to we have option to schedule job for
Mm,
this.
mm, mm,
For that, we
So
need the agent.
very good. Okay, so replication will run based on jobs, guys. Once you create replication, lot of jobs will be created automatically. Okay, so if the jobs are up and running, your agent should be up and running, right? So agent is compulsory for the replication. The agent should be up and running, right? Subscriber, I'm going to name it as a sub DB. Okay, subscriber database, right? Just I'm creating a one database in the node 2, not node 1, just to replicate the data. Okay, to this database, I just created one database. Okay, nothing I'm going to create. Again, like log shipping and mirroring, no need to go for initializing secondary database. Okay, we don't take backup of any database and we don't restore it. Okay, directly you can jump into the right configuration, right? You can see here, right, system databases. So as of now, you can see only 4 system databases: master, model, MSDB, and TempDB. Once you configured replication, as this node 1 is going to act as a publisher and distributor. Okay, as this node 1 is going to act as a publisher and distributor, especially it is going to act as a distributor. At the distributor side, one system database will be created called distribution system database. Okay, once I have configured replication, you can see that distribution system database, right? So let me go to this replication. You can see the feature replication, right? By default it will be enabled, nothing to do. So right click. First, what you have to configure, guys, you want to start a newspaper. what what is your plan first?
Take a news, sir. Name ఇవ్వగలదు sir.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we are going to collect the news. Then next, first of all, see, newspaper, news and all, it's like a marketing strategy, right? So how you are going to distribute? What is the chain? First of all, you have to build the chain, right? So you have to first, you have to check the
Configure
distributors.
the distribution, sir.
uh,
Publisher name.
you have to first go for distributors. Why? Because you have a lot of news. You just like spend 2 crores to print the newspaper, but there is no distributor. Then it is difficult, right? You cannot distribute each and every paper to each and every home, right? It is difficult. So network, you have to first configure it. So network means the structure. What is that structure? The flow you have to configure. So first of all, you have to configure distributor, then publisher, then subscriber. Okay, first you have to configure distributor, then publisher, then subscriber. So right click on the replication, you can see one option called configure distribution. Select that configure distribution. Only once we are going to configure distribution, guys. It's not like there are separate distributors will be there for Sunday magazine or different books and all. No, right? The same distributor is going to take care of it, right? So in the same way, once you configure distribution for that setup, one distribution is enough. It is going to take care of it for the whole server. Okay, right. Next,
If many servers are many publish in that time.
many publisher means one publisher, one
If
distributor, one subscriber. This is the set. Okay, if you want to go for many publications, many publications are possible, not many publishers. For that, you have to go for another set. Okay, Hindu will have Hindu network, Hindu publisher, Hindu distributor, Hindu subscribers. Enord will have that particular set. Enord publisher, Enord distributor, Enord subscribers. Each paper will have its own distributors, right? It's not like chalo, give all the papers in Enadu, Sakshi, Andhra Jyoti to me. I'm going to distribute. No, they won't allow. Okay, each one have its own distributor. So publisher means publisher, distributor, subscriber. This is one set. If you go for another publisher, another distributor, you have to configure. Okay. Right. So node 1, you can see here. Right. Hassan, you asked, right? In case if I have third server, how to configure? Use the following server as the distributor and add the third server here. Remaining everything is common. If you have extra server. If you want to use node 1 as your distributor, choose this option. Node 1 SQL 2017 will act as its own distributor. Okay, SQL server will create a distribution database and log. Right. So if you don't have separate server to create the distributor, just go with the first option where your node 1 will act as a publisher and distributor. If you have separate server, go for second option, go as per the directions. Okay, next. Right, I told you, right, it is going to, okay, take the snapshot to this folder, right? So this is the folder. By default, you can see program files, Microsoft SQL Server instance, root directory, MS SQL, REPL data folder. It will take the snapshot to this folder. By default, this is the path. If you don't want this path, you can create separate folder, but make sure that folder is shareable. Why? Because okay, you can see here your distributor agent is going to access right from different location. So if it is shared folder, then only it can access from different locations and all. So ripple data can be in any location, but make sure that folder is shareable. Okay, now I'm not changing this path and all, I'm keep it as it is. Okay, right. Next, I told you, right, it will create a distribution database at a distributor server. So now node 1 is a distributor, node 1 is a publisher, right? So at node 1, it will create distribution database. The name of the system database is distribution. You can rename it as per your needs, or else you can leave it as it is. The only system database that allows you to rename is distribution system database. You cannot rename master, model, MSDB, TempDB. Okay, while configuring distribution, you can have a chance to rename it. Okay, but I don't rename it, but if you want, you can rename. You can see here, you can edit it. Okay, you can edit it whatever you want, you can edit it. I'm not renaming. So distribution database means it will create a data file and it will create a log file, right? So in this location, both data files and log files are going to store. In your organization, if you're storing data file in one drive, if you're storing log file in another drive, you can change the path here. Okay, I'm just keeping, I have only one drive, C drive. So it is going to store inside the C drive folders only. Okay, next, I'm not changing the path. Next, right, publisher node 1 will act as my publisher. So distribution database it is going to create, right? Go to next, next, finish it. If this is down, then the operations will be okay, like fast. It will be somewhat fast. I'm trying to okay decrease this disk. It is showing 100%, right, which is not good. It will be hanged. Okay, if it is keep on okay touching 100%, right? Distribution is successful. Right, now what I have to configure, guys? Now if you see here, if you expand system database, now you can see the distribution system database. Now server is too slow. Okay, you can see here distribution system database is configured. Right, now what next, guys? What I have to do, what I have to create next?
Subscriber.
Subscriber or publisher?
Publisher.
Publisher I have to create.
Publisher,
First
sir.
distributor, then publisher, then subscriber. Okay, right. Then create publication, will create the publication. So expand this replication folder. You can see local publication, local subscriptions. Okay, subscriptions we are not going to create here. Our subscriptions are going to be created in the node 2. So no need to touch this option. Go for local publications, right click, new publication. Right, okay, next this window will open. Go to next. Right, in which database your table is there? You want to replicate one table, right? groceries table. In which database?
Mirror.
Groceries table, mirror DB.
Mirror.
Choose the database, in which database you want to replicate the tables and all. Okay, my table is there in the mirror DB, so I choose this mirror DB. Next. Come on. Right. Okay. So you can see here 4 types of publication: snapshot publication, transaction publication, peer-to-peer merge. Okay. I'm going to create snapshot first. Okay. Go to next. It was already selected. Right. It is going to retrieve the tables. What are the tables inside your mirror DB? It is going to retrieve all the tables. Okay. So it is taking time. As of now, we have only one table, that is groceries table. So here the beauty of your replication is, if you want, you can, okay, you can replicate the specific columns, guys. I told you replication is a object level, table level, right? But not table level. Replication is a column level. Replication is a record level. Replication is a row level high availability disaster recovery solution. See here, I want only few columns. I have 3 columns in this table. I want only 1 or 2 columns. You can replicate those 2 columns only. Even though you have 100 columns, if you choose 1 or 2 columns, those columns are going to be replicated to your subscriber. Imagine you have 1,000 columns in a table. Okay, I have a quick question for all of you. You have to get the answer. Yesterday I gave you the assignment, right? What are the answers, guys?
Yeah, what is the query for failure, mirroring failures?
What is the query?
Yeah, alter database name, set partner failure.
Yes, very good. Okay, and what is the other question, other answer?
What is modes in mirroring, like
Uh,
database modes?
Mirror database states, sir.
okay, yes. What are the states?
Synchronizer, synchronizing, and suspect, disconnect.
Okay.
Disconnected.
That's it. Only 4.
Pending failover,
Very good.
connected.
Right, very good. Okay, so tomorrow I have a question for all of you. How many columns we can create on a table? How many maximum columns we can create for a table? Okay, not replication side. Generally, I'm asking how many maximum of columns we can create on a table. Records unlimited. Records, how many maximum number of records? It depends upon your storage. Okay, there is no limit for records, but how many maximum columns I can create on a single table? Okay, that is your question. Right, yes. As discussed, okay, replication is not object level also. Replication is a column level. Replication is a record level high availability disaster recovery feature, HADR feature. As you can see here, I have 3 columns in this groceries table. I want to replicate only 2 of them. You can select those 2 columns. I want to replicate 1 column. You can select that 1 column. I want to replicate 10 columns from 100 column. You can simply select that particular. Okay, columns. How many columns you want? You can simply select it, right? So I am going to select the whole table. Okay, groceries table. So it is going to replicate all 3 columns. Next, right? So filter table rows. I told you right just now. You can replicate. Imagine I have 1 lakh records, guys. In the groceries table, I have 1 lakh records. Okay, I just want to replicate the groceries that are the cost of the groceries more than 100 rupees. I have 1 lakh records in my table. I just want to replicate only the groceries costing more than 100 rupees. Each grocery cost is like yesterday we have groceries, right? Like rice and all 600 rupees. Just want to replicate, or else just want to replicate the groceries cost more than 500 rupees. Okay, how to replicate, guys? Any idea? How to replicate? What query I have to use to replicate? Imagine I have groceries table. Lot of groceries are there. I just want to filter the groceries. I just want to see how many groceries are there. The cost of the groceries more than 500 rupees. What I have to do for that? Forget about replication. I have a groceries table. I just want to filter the rows. I want to see all the records cost more than 500 rupees. What to do that? What to do for that?
think you can keep it in assigning order. You'll get all.
No. Ascending order, you'll get all the records. That's not my requirement. I want to see only records that are costing more than 500 rupees. Where condition, guys? Where condition?
Sorry,
That's it.
condition.
Where condition? You can use simply select star from star. Star means all the records. Select star from groceries where cost greater than 500. That's it automatically. It's a same kind of condition. You can write it here. Okay. Item ID. I want to replicate item ID. Okay. Select star from, okay, groceries where item ID is equal to 10. Select star from groceries where item name is equal to rice. Select star from groceries where cost is equal to 500 or greater than 500. So you can use where condition in the tables. Those who want to, those what tables you want to replicate, you can simply use your where condition to replicate the tables so that only the specific records are going to be replicated. I have 1 lakh employees in my organization. I want to replicate those who are from Hyderabad. I want to replicate those who are from Bangalore. I want to replicate those who are from India. Okay, so how can I do that? Simply I have to specify the where condition in the screen. Okay, so that's why replication is even not only column level, replication is a row level. Whatever rows you want, you can simply replicate only those particular specific rows. Whatever columns you want, you can simply replicate only specific columns. Okay, so this is how your replication will work. This is how we can achieve that. You can choose columns, specific columns, or you can go for where condition also. So based on that, it is going to replicate the records. Okay, now I'm not choosing any where condition. If you want, you can try it your own. Okay, next, create a snapshot immediately. Okay, if you see here, we are going to choose this option snapshot, right? We are going to choose this option, schedule the snapshot agent to run the following times. If you don't change it by default, this is how it is going to run. Occurs every day. Okay, occurs every day, every 1 hour. Means every 1 hour it is going to run. I don't want every 1 hour. I told you, right? What is that disadvantage if it runs every 1 hour? Every time it is going to drop the subscriber table, it will create new table. Okay, so that's why I am going to run weekly once. I'm going to choose weekly, that is on Sunday. Okay, I'm going to, okay, start at night to 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever you want, you can choose it. Okay, so simply I'm just clicking okay. Occurs every week on Sunday, every 1 hour, not every 1 hour. Where is that? Occurs one set. Occurs one set. Okay, I'll give 02. Okay, 2 a.m. Occurs every week on Sunday at 2 a.m. Schedule will be used starting. Or else you want to go for daily. Go for daily. Occurs once at daily 2 a.m. Okay, like 2 a.m. No users are going to be connected, right? So you can happily give it, but don't go for continuous. Okay, like every 1 hour and all. Don't schedule like that. Okay, why? Because every time it is going to drop the table from the subscriber side. Every time it will create a new table, so that is the disadvantage. So don't do that. So just depends upon, you are not going to decide this schedule. Okay, your team lead or application people, depends upon their requirement, they will let you know. Based on that, you have to simply select that schedule. That's it. Okay, next, and snapshot agent. I told you, right? Snapshot agent will be there. So who will act as a snapshot agent, guys? Can anyone tell me who will act as a snapshot agent, distributor agent, log reader agent?
Publisher.
No,
Distributor.
no. Gave you the hint also.
Service
Agent.
Very good. Okay, your service account. Your service account will act as a snapshot agent, distributor agent. Okay, so copy the service account. This is my service account, right? Make sure an account is created for service account, a login is created for service account with sysadmin privileges. Okay, and go to this window and select the security settings and give your service account name and give the password of your service account. Okay, this service account, while creating the service account, what password you give, that password you have to give here, not new password. And it is going to connect to the publisher using the same credentials, same username. Same. If you choose by impersonating the process account, this is actually process account. Okay, so it is going to connect to the publisher by using these credentials. If you give this option by impersonating process account, means by using these credentials, it is going to connect to the publisher, right? That's it. And click OK. And next, give the publication name. Publication name, try to include the database name. Database name is MirrorDB. Try to include the type of publication, snapshot pub. Right. Don't include the table. Why? Because we don't create a snapshot or any replication only for a single table, right? Multiple collection of tables will be there inside that publication. This is a publication. As of now, only one article is there in this. Okay, right? Later articles may be added, right? So once you have created publication, later whenever you want, you can add the articles, guys. No issues. I'll show you that how to add article. That is an important activity in the organization. Okay, finish it. Right? You can see here, right? Creating publication, and it is going to adding article one of one, as we have selected only one table, groceries table. Adding article one of one. If you are having multiple articles, you can choose those multiple articles and you can close it. So now publisher is created, guys. Okay, if you want to see, go to your replication and you can see here MirrorDB snapshot pub. Okay, right? And the organization will give the names like this only. Will include the database name and will include the type of publication, so that we can easily identify from which database it is. Okay, right? So now what next, guys? Created distribution, created publisher. Now
Subscriber, sir.
subscriber. Why you're thinking like that? Okay, only subscriber is pending, right? Go to your node 2. Node 2 will act as subscription, right? Subscriber, right? Go to your node 2. You can see local subscription. As of now, you don't see any local subscriptions and all empty. Right click, new subscription. Next. Who is your publisher? Where is your publication?
Node 1.
Node 1, right? Find SQL Server publisher. Okay, select your node 1 instance. Connect. Right, next. You can see here, right? This one we have created. This is the snapshot we have created. And you can see here, push subscription, pull subscription. What I have to choose, guys? Push or pull? Which one is easy?
Push.
Okay,
Push.
select push. Okay, so go next. And subscriber, choose your subscriber server. Node 2 is my subscriber. Choose your subscriber database, subscription database. We have created one database, right? SubDB. I'm going to choose this database. If you want, you can directly create a new database from here. Select this option. It will allow us to create new database. But I have already created this SubDB, just a blank database. Nothing is there. Okay, you can see here. And you can see here SubDB tables and all. Okay, if you refresh, you don't see any tables, right? Once it was successful, once the snapshot is successful, then you can see a groceries table here. Okay, SubDB. Next, right? Distributor agent security. Again, you have to give the service account. Select this browser option. Give the service account, Control V. Already I have copied, right? So give your password of the service account. Right. Okay. So it is going to connect to the distributor using these credentials, and it is going to connect to the subscriber using these credentials. Okay. Same account. So that's why make sure this login is existed in your distributor server. The same login is existed in your subscriber server and publisher server. If you are going for 3 servers, make sure the same login is existed in all the 3 servers with sysadmin privileges. Okay. Right. Click OK. Go to next and run continuously. Next. Immediately. Next. Create the subscriptions. Next. And finish it. That's it, guys. Okay. So once it is successful, then you can see your, okay. Let me refresh. You can see the table. It will take some time. Yes, okay. You can see, right, groceries. And if you want, you can access this table. Secondary is accessible, guys. Okay. In the replication, the advantage is secondary is accessible. Okay, you can read the data from secondary, you can write data to the secondary, but again, writing data to the subscriber table is not good. Why? Because the data should be same. Just 1 minute, guys. I'll be back.
And there will be no consistency. in this.
Yeah, 1 minute. I'll be back. Just 2 minutes. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, in case if the meeting is disconnected, I'll connect again. Okay.